Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Now, today I was pretty much asked a question, and this is what I really wanted to make a video about, and I want to get your guys' opinion in the comments, if you will. What does gaming mean to me? And what does it mean to you guys in the comments? Please, I'd really like to know. So, I'll just give a bit of a synopsis on this. So, I started gaming probably when I was around 7, 8, 9, 10. One of those numbers. I got first introduced into gaming by my cousin, who at the time was playing with. We went somewhere and they had, like, I believe it was a Sega or a Nintendo, one of those really old Sega or Nintendo games. And we were just playing, like, Sonic on it. And at the time I didn't know it was Sonic, but I just knew, oh, this looks cool. So, a couple of years later, probably 1 or 2, I got a gift for Christmas, which was a PlayStation 2. And with that PlayStation 2, my first game on there was, I believe it was, like, Off-Road Fury ATV. I don't even know if they still, like, make the, those kinds of games. Like, it was like a racing game, but it had a whole bunch of stuff, and, you know, maybe, just maybe, like, if those discs still work and everything, maybe, just maybe, I'll, like, show a bit of that, and show, like, my childhood. And I just remember, like, just playing that for really long amounts of time, and as time went on, and it's like, you know, I was able to get a bit more games. I then went on to games like Tekken and adventure games, which really became my passion. Like, I remember getting it, I think it was called Spyro A New Beginning or something like that, and I played that all the time, man. Frogger, like, oh man. You see, I really wanted to do this video because it was just to look at my, like, about the good things of my childhood. And I just really remember just absolute bliss in front of that, computer. And the question that my friend asked, like, why he brought this up was, one of his family members wanted to know why it is that people play games so much. And I'm just gonna give my point of view. I played games as an escape and as a way to, like, experience something that words can't describe. You can't describe a video game experience because each person will experience it differently. But to me, as a kid who wasn't really able to have much, because remember, these are PlayStation 2 games. These aren't like days where like, the PlayStation 2 did have online, but not many people knew about it for some reason. So most of the time, I was just playing, you know, the single player games, because that's usually games that we played. And I just remember, you know, all of these different games: Crash Bandicoot, like I said, Tekken, Frogger, Spyro, like Ben 10, like. It was just such a simple age of, like, you just get a game, all of it's there, none of that DLC crap, and you just have fun. And to me, it was just about being able to just take your mind off of stuff, because my childhood wasn't necessarily what I'd call a fairy tale experience that every parent wants for their child. It was pretty bad. But nonetheless, video games provided me with an outlet to get away from it all for a time and just focus on having fun, which is something that we need to do in life. Because, you know, people find fun different ways, and I found video games as a source of fun that I could have without having to hurt anyone, without having to, you know, bring up the whole bunch of money to go and, like, go to an amusement park or something. It's just, I put in a disc, and I'm in another world, you know? And I just want to say that as time grew on, like, I essentially had that PlayStation that PlayStation 2 for a very long time. Like, I had that thing around, I don't even remember, like, I got it when I was around 10, and when I was, like, I'd say 15, that was when I first got, like, my Xbox 360. And the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 was around for, like, many, many years. But I didn't even join that club until, like, when it was essentially about to end and go to, PS4 and Xbox One. But nonetheless, like, I just remember, like, all of these games, like The Matrix, Path of Neo, like I said, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Frogger. And I just remember just having so much fun experiencing this unique world with each disc put into the game console, and just being able to take your mind off worries that you couldn't control. And it just felt so amazing. And then I remember, like, when I first started playing online games on, like, the PlayStation 2, like, when I found out about, like, the Ethernet cable, and I was playing, like, Call of Duty 3 online, and that was pretty funny. Because looking at it back now, many people didn't even know that the PlayStation 2 had online, shockingly. And many people didn't know that, games even could be played online on the PlayStation 2. But nonetheless, I digress. I go to Xbox 360 now, and I'm getting Minecraft and a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm just once again falling in love. But the true game that I absolutely fell in love with and am in love with to this day is Skyrim. For me, like, during my early teenage years, 13, 14, 15, 16, all that good stuff, Skyrim really helped me get through some dark times. Like, in that world, I could fight back, essentially. I could actually do good. I could actually help people and stuff like that. Or I could become a villain if it was my choice too. But what Skyrim provided me with was a way to just get away from everything, Like, I could just go on an adventure and just get cheered up. I could go and fight like 100 people and come out on top. I could do whatever the heck I wanted to. And it really meant a lot to me because, like I said, in that state, I wasn't able to, like, I wasn't able to do much of anything, to tell you the truth, and the environment wasn't necessarily what I call stellar. But nonetheless, like, get this, one day I'm playing, and my Xbox, like, just, it doesn't explode, but it's like, I don't know, maybe some kind of surge overload or something, and I see smoke coming out. And I remember just running over and, like, just seeing what was wrong and trying to cool it off. And to this day, it won't come on. Sadly. So after that, I was left with no way to play video games. And I just got really kind of sad because then it forced me back to reality. And like I said, guys, the reality wasn't too nice. And I played video games to get away from it. But we fast forward, and I start finding out about mobile games, and I find a couple of okay ones to play in the meantime, so that keeps me going. Then we fast forward a little bit more, and I was able to save up enough money to purchase my own PlayStation 4 and all that good stuff now. But I digress. What does games mean to me? Gaming as a whole is an incredible experience that cannot be described by an individual or expressed into words. The amount of relief or stress at times, because people do get stressed at video games, the amount of relief, at least to me, in terms of stress and in terms of joy that I was able to project from that video game, I cannot I can't define it into words. Had I not had that outlet, had I not had that place where I could just go to, I honestly do not know what I would have done, or how I would have like gotten through the things that I get. So I just thank God that video games exist, because had they not exist, I'm telling you guys, I really don't know what I would have did. And I don't want to like get on a morbid note or anything. I'm just saying, it's really sad to see that people just don't see the magic. They don't see the magic that like that meant so much to me in my childhood. They don't see the magic that many of us see all the time now. They just see this outlet of it. Oh, it makes people violent because you're shooting a gun, or because you're beating a whole bunch of like enemies up or something. They just see, oh, it's just a source of violence, and it turns people into school shooters or something. And it's so sad to see that it's just being corrupted by everything, like in terms of corruption with the loot boxes, and they're not being worked on fully anymore. And it's so sad to see, because you rewind the clock back to like PlayStation and PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360, the early days at least, and it was a full package, you know, like it wasn't all of this like you need to add this, you need to buy X to actually get your full product and everything. It was just a full package, and you could feel the amount of work put in, you know. So it's kind of shocking that as time progressed, like the amount of work and effort just lessened, and the amount of monetization and greed grew over the years. So that's unfortunate. But like I said, guys, that's why I'm trying to, you know, make people aware with these videos and everything like that. I try and say, hey, you know, we can come together and we can fight against it. So, like I said, guys, do stay encouraged, because at the end of the day, we're the ones who give these people the money. So if we just do not buy their stuff, then we force them to change if they want to actually avoid going bankrupt. So thank you for listening to me. I know that was a bit of a rant, but you can't write a script for something like that, something that has such a big effect on your life and affected you as a person. You can't just like topic that video. You have to recall your memories in your childhood. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Poison, because thank you for that topic, because that really felt awesome to like just explain what it means to me as a whole. And I know it means a lot to so many others, and I hope that people who are against gaming or something can watch this video and kind of understand about why it is that we do feel so strongly about our video games, you know? And aside from the toxic communities that gamers can be at times, like, we do enjoy our video games. And I encourage you, like, if you want to know why and you've never played a video game, try getting one. Try getting one and trying it out and seeing what you yourself feel. But that's all I had to say, and that brings this video to an end. If you are new to the channel and you would like to subscribe, please hit subscribe and notification bell, because YouTube is broken and that still doesn't work sometimes as it is. But hey, at least give me a shot, right? Also, I have an amino linked in the comments. Feel free to stop by there, ask questions or whatever, because, you know, I will do video requests, as you can see now, and everything. And I'm eager to hear what you guys have that you would like for me to discuss or talk about, or just talk to me in general. It's fine. As always, rate the video what you think it deserves. Tell me what you would like to see in the future in the comments below, and I will see all of you in the next video. Take care, all.